Right, now with a VLOOKUP, two things you need to understand, or three should I say. You'll always have like all the data in a source worksheet that you're going to use for the lookup, yeah? So that's like this, yeah? That's all the data that you're going to use. And then you've got what I call, it's not called that, I just called it that. You've got what you call the controlling column. So if this were your data, yeah, if this were all your data, one column within that data, let's say it was this column, will be the controlling column. It's like having a code, and like you type in the code, and when you press enter, then the code brings up lots of information, yeah, based on that one code. Yeah? Okay. Oh, oops. Yeah. So what happens here is you name all the data, then you name the controlling column, and then in the actual VLOOKUP formula, that's where you start using those names. So here I've called it equals VLOOKUP. That is the formula. That's how you're supposed to write it. Yeah, equal VLOOKUP open bracket. So all formulas begin with the equal sign, the name of that formula, that function, that functionality, and then an open bracket. And what comes after the open bracket is basically your definition of solving that particular formula. So in this particular case, it was called B and A. So B, if you always think of it, B is always going to be the controlling column. So if you're going to type a code, for instance, if you're going to type a code in, you obviously got to type in the code first, yeah? So it could be equals VLOOKUP, open brackets. So you've got the code that you're going to use for your search, yeah? Followed by the name of the whole table, which would be A, yeah? And A is basically going to be this area, yeah? That's the bit that will come after the comma, yeah? So always remember how you put together your VLOOKUP formula. Name all parts of your VLOOKUP formula so that when you're actually creating it in the exam, it will be so much easier for you to follow your data. And name the areas appropriate to what you're looking for or what that area represents, okay? And then the last thing I would say is that you want to choose false. Yeah, in the formula, you're going to choose false, because false in this particular case means an exact match. Yeah, you're looking for exactly that item. So what I'm going to do is you've seen the video for the VLOOKUP, yeah, but just hang on to this. I've sent you a picture. And just go over it again and again. So you could have VLOOKUP in more than one place. You can have a VLOOKUP either on the same sheet, yeah? So you might have a big table here, yeah? This is the column where the data's going to go. But this is the tiny little table where the data is coming from. So let's say if you choose this option, then it's 20%. If you choose that option, then it's 30%. If you choose that option, then it's 0%. Yeah? In this particular case, the whole source worksheet, yeah, this is actually going to be the A in your formula. yeah, and this column, yeah, where you want to read the data from. This is like as if you were typing in a code. So when you read this particular code, then you're telling Excel to look up in this particular table, yeah? I want you to look up in this particular table. Come on. Come on. Okay. Look up in this particular table, yeah? Yeah? Using my code that I've got there, and then I want you to return whatever the percentage is and put it in this box here. Yeah? That's basically what you're saying. It kind of looks back to front, but it's an exam. They're trying to make sure that you understand the logic very clearly. Okay? So you can look back at this. So the B area in your formula is now going to be this section here. The controlling column, as I call it, will be this. Yeah? Where you're getting the codes from. Yeah? So you will have codes in this particular column. And then here is where you just put your answers. Yeah? I mean, that means nothing to anybody else looking at it, but I hope that this helps you. Okay? All right. Any questions?